Good morning, guys, or almost noon, I guess it is. Been busy this morning. Got my hike in, and then oh, shut up, rooster. You're not old enough to crow, man. Hard-headed little. I was gonna say something else, but I won't. What I'm doing here today, guys, is we got 20 nucs. We got 10 of the medium nucs, and we got 10 of the deep nucs, 5 framers. We're going to use these. I'm going to be dropping these on full-size hives and let them fill them with resources, whether it be honey, pollen, brood, whatever. Let the queen run wild, right? Just get the resources we need to make queens, and I'll probably have them all filled out, ready for spring by the time that spring rolls around. So we're making screen bottoms. Somebody asked me the other day, how do you make your screen bottoms? How do you make the bottoms for your nucs? Now this is for Florida. I don't know what you guys are doing in the north. You guys may like solid bottoms. If you do, just there's plenty info out there on that. But what I'm doing is making screen bottoms. I leave them on year round. I build them exactly the same way, whether it's an 8-frame hive, a 10-frame hive, or a 5-frame nuc. I build them exactly the same. It's very simple to do. What I do here, I've got some already pre-cut. I ordered another roll of wire. I got that ready. This is the last of the last roll. And what I do, the screen I want cut the same size as this hive. Well, the lid is exactly the same as the outside dimensions of the hive, right? So what I do is I just come over here, roll my screen out on the floor, and I lay my board down, but I cantilever the ends and the sides slightly over the wire. And then I take my magic marker, and as you can see, I draw a line. I just go down. Then I tin snip it out with my bull nose. Right, so that's how I create my wire. And then when I cut the wire, I keep my cutters right on the inside of that line. Don't get out here. I don't want any sharp edges cutting my fingers. So if you're cutting wire for me, and you leave it too wild out there and I cut my fingers, I'm gonna be cussing at you, okay? So you don't want me cussing? No, I won't cuss at you. So yeah, so now what we're gonna do, I've cut all this lumber. I went to Lowe's after my 3-mile hike this morning. Bought 6 other top quality studs, top choice. These things are ugly, guys. This is from Lowe's. And yeah, I was comparing, because I made a second run for plywood over at Home Depot, which is right across the street. And I like to shop at Lowe's because it's convenient. I got a little back road I go into. I don't have to cross that crazy road over there that you get killed on. Anyway, so that's why I go to Lowe's. But I was looking at their studs, and they're the same price as these. Those studs were beautiful, guys. I mean, hardly any knots. You can see all these pin knots and stuff. That stuff they had at Home Depot, I mean, was beautiful. I mean, for what I'm doing, this is fine. I bought this at Lowe's today. And what I do, I just buy studs. I just do the same thing with these beefy ends. Just buy studs. Very simple to do. I got my homemade table saw out back. It took me probably, I don't know, maybe an hour to burn up all this stuff. I got this bucket here. I got all my pre-cut stuff here. What I do is set up my chop saw, and I burn these out. And let me throw a dimension on you. Here's the materials I'm using. This particular one here is 20 inches. 20 inches to the length of that hive. And then these will go, you take 2 of these. I needed 40 of these for my 20, because I'm going to build one for every one of these. Let me show you how I lay it out. This is the same size as the hive, right? That's that deal. Now you take two of these puppies here. They're gonna drop in here. These happen to be 5 3/4. These are 5 3/4 on the bottom. That will fit a standard size nuc. So there you go, it's just like that. Now what do? I take my wire, my pre-cut wire, I lay it on here. This one is way undersized because it was at the very end, but it doesn't matter. This is not going to matter. All right, now you get it. If you find yourself a little bit over, like this here, take your bullnose and run down through, clip off a little bit. Now what you want to do is take your T50 stapler, bring this up where they're tight. Have a little hammer here, we can tap it in, get this wire sized up, and start hitting it with a T50 stapler around here. That will hold this whole thing together. Then what you're going to do is come over top of that. Say your entrance is over here. You're going to take one of these and come over top of that now, and you're going to glue that in. Glue that in. You're going to straddle that joint right there. Glue it, boom, boom, staple it, pin it with your brad nailer. Come and get two of these. Small blocks, and do the same thing right here. Come over top like that, shoot glue on it, bam bam, there's your entrance. Where your studs are rounded, put it to the inside. There's your entrance. Now when you get in the field, you got really lightweight nucs. Take a piece of wire like this and cut a little half inch wide, half-inch up window we can pick up. Set it up here and hit it there. Tack it there with just 2 staples. That's all you need to keep down robbing. As this colony gets big and fat, strong, where you don't have to worry about robbing, just either take this off or just lift it up. Let them have full run here of this, but that's plenty of hole for a full-size hive right there. That's about probably 3/4 of an inch. That's plenty. And then you've got your other board that comes in here that I just realized I haven't cut yet. I got to go back out and cut it, but that one's going to come in here. It's going to be also 3/4 by 3/4, and it looks to me like it's going to be about 18 inches long. So I got a little more mill work to do, but yeah, that's basically it. Now when you're done, you can take another 3/4 by 3/4 and slam it on right there, pin it on right there. Now you've created a landing. That's all there is to it, guys. Just shoot that in. When you're done pinning it with your your brad nailer, Go ahead and take some drywall screws and put 2 screws here, 2 here, and maybe 3, 3, and maybe 3 there. That's all. That's all you need. Quickie video, guys. Quickie bottoms. Easy to do. Get her done. See ya. Bye-bye. I don't think I told you this, guys, but when you cut these to length, with you chop it off your studs with your 2x4s, you chop them off to length like this. Then you're going to set up your table saw with your rip fence at 3/4, and you get 4 of these cuts. And on the very last one, it just shaves it just a little bit to get that last board. So you're going to get 4. You're going to get 4 bottom rails with 1 stud you cut. These here. Another thing, this piece here on the inside, by the way, is 18. I've got to go cut them yet. But they will be 3/4 inch thick too. The reason being, in case I have any cells, that hive inside will be here. If you got any swarm cells, if you had a full 1.5 inch piece here, you're going to be hitting on this rail. So just make these 3/4 here. Also, when you staple this on, see this thing, none of these joints are fixed yet, right? They will be when you cross over this and you put a screw here and put 4 on this. Pre-drill these. But use put glue on here and then shoot it in with your brad nailer just to hold it in place. That's your clamp. Then come back, put 1 drywall screw, 2 here, 1 there. Cut your 18-inch pieces in here. They will be out of 3/4 stock also. When you get done tacking these, I put a lid up here. This works great. Put a lid up here, your nuc lid, and use that as your platform. That way you can line these up perfectly and you can square it up, because this lid is squared up. It's got 90-degree angles on it. Use that as your working assembly platform. After you staple this screen on, lay it on the floor and go around to every one of these staples and tap them in, because you don't want anything sticking up when you put your rails on there. That's it. Get her done, guys. Burn me out about 1,000 of these, okay? See ya. Okay, you little monkeys. Just got a bunch of those burned out. This piece right here is 8. I told you 18 before. It's 18 1/4. Keep a wet terry towel with you. Glue these parts on. You can see how I came over that joint. This thing is solid, guys. Strong. Mop up your extra glue, otherwise they're going to stick together. There she is. I took a 9-inch piece. I had some extras. Took a 9-inch piece. You can see where I shot it in. You glue it, and I shot it into that bottom piece. All I got to do now is dip it in tall earth, and then I will paint it. I've got some chocolate brown over there. I'm going to paint them up chocolate brown. Cheap paint. $45 can of paint. I got it for $9. They throw that stuff away all the time down there at Lowe's. Keep an eye on that deal. Keep an eye on these supers these guys are getting out. A lot of guys are phasing out of 10s and they're going to 8s. Or they got a bunch of mediums. They're just doing away with mediums and going all deeps. It's just, you never know the scenario, what guys are going to do. But keep an eye open. You can grab these boxes up. You can cut them down. If you're doing what I'm doing, you're doing queen breeding and nukes. No honey. I don't do any honey anymore. No. The only honey I do anymore is, you know, Miss Daisy. All right, that's it. Completed, sturdy, strong, and she's got her going on. See y'all later. Bye-bye.